Indian festivals are all about sweets and sweetmeats. May it be a barfi, a katli, or a laddu. These go hand in hand with any festival in India. Me, while I'm particularly fond of a motichur laddu and I love how the small little pearls hold well together, I'm also a fan of cheesecake. So in today's cooking, I'm going to just marry the two together and create a very modern yet nuanced take on a motichur cheesecake. Let's get to creating this magic today. For this great motichur cheesecake, all I've done is I've taken about a kg of motichur laddus and just roughly broken them up. Like me, always buy more. It forms the basis of nibbling while creating this gorgeous cheesecake. Out here I've got a 9-inch spring mold that I've just put some wax parchment paper below and greased the sides, and into it I'm going to put the gorgeous motichur laddu that I've broken up. So we're just going to put this in and flatten it down, and this forms the base of the gorgeous cake. As you flatten down the bottom and ensure that it's a perfect level with each other, now is the time to get to creating the sides of this glorious cheesecake. So just take lumps of this and smoothen it out. Make sure it's about half a centimeter thickness, not too thick, and just allow it to form the perfect sides. As you roll this all around the spring foam mold, the base and the sides, giving it a good half centimeter thickness, it's time now to chill this. So this goes bang into chill while we create that gorgeous cheesecake filling that goes within. Creating a cream cheese filling or a cheesecake filling within is really very simple. So here I've got about 800 grams of cream cheese that goes right into my stand mixer bowl. And I'm not going to waste any bit of this sheer creamy goodness. So that goes in. Into that goes about 4 tablespoons of icing sugar. So just go as it's supposed to be and allow this to start emulsifying and getting light and aerated. As you cream this mixture and you allow it to smoothen out with each other, and as you see it just about setting with each other, in goes 1 cup of superfine sugar or caster sugar. Just go right ahead and put that in and allow it to mix, and now blitz with each other for at least about 5 minutes till it gets soft, aerated, and the sugar just melts, giving it that sheen. As the sugar has melted further and you can see it getting slightly soft, in goes the juice of 1 lime, just to give it that tart flavor and not too creamy and sugary in texture. And in goes the rind of 1 lemon, just to give you that zing as well. As we allow the entire cream cheese filling to whisk with each other, the caster sugar, the icing sugar, the lemon juice and zest, just giving it that burst of flavor, merging with each other really well. You want to aerate this and you want to lighten it, so into a bowl goes a cup of full fat cream, and we are just going to get to whisking it to soft peak stages. As full fat cream is always supposed to be whisked over ice, the trick here is to chill it as cold as possible and go right ahead and whisk it. Work it out, take some steps as well, and enjoy whisking it. As this is blending for a good 15 minutes, and you can see the beautiful pearl sheen that has come about the entire cream cheese filling, it's time now to switch this off and fold in the cream right into this. The pearl sheen is what gives it that glorious, beautiful color, and now all we need to do is fold in the cream that we whisked. So in 2 parts, just put in a batch 1 and fold this in. Light fold so that it just mixes beautifully with each other. Folding in the last batch of cream. And if you do not want it to be too creamy, instead of using a cup, use about 3/4 of a cup. It just aids in the overall setting. So don't go more than a cup, but anything in between 3/4 to a cup is perfect to create this gorgeous creation. So hold it and fold. This gets light and airy, and anything extra forms the perfect frosting on cupcakes to enjoy when you create them. So never ever feel that it's over the top and extra. You can always use any of this cheesecake filling to create the perfect frosting on top. The rich filling that the motichur brings to it, laden with ghee and sugar syrup, allows it to set, resembling a graham cracker that you use for a normal set cheesecake. So while this has set really well, all we're going to do now is pour this filling right into it. Just going to gently put this gorgeous dollops of goodness right inside and smoothen it into all the nooks and cranny of this gorgeous tart. You can see how light and airy it is. It just sits so well. A little more so that it touches the top. Now I've left about 1/2 centimeter on top because what's a motichur cheesecake without an overload of some motichur, right? So you just gently put this on top. Amidst your finger, just flatten it out and just allow it to nestle and set beautifully on top. You can compress it, but not too hard. As you've put the motichur on top, just press it down so that it forms that perfect cheesecake, and I've given it a slight bump to resemble some depth into this glorious thing. So smash it down slightly so everything holds gorgeously well. This needs a slight burst of green just to tone it down and give it that earthiness that Diwali is all about. So here I've got some pistachios that I blanched and just cut into slivers. I've not toasted them because I want the freshness to actually star in this creation. So you just pour bits of this on top. And now comes the most difficult part of allowing this to set for at least 6 hours or preferably overnight. Now while this cheesecake was so easy to create, and it's all about bringing something from outside and putting your touch to it, creating a new style and a star-stunner. The most difficult part is letting this rest overnight. So in this goes to rest. And I'm going to steer very far away from the kitchen so that I don't nibble into this gorgeous creation. The only thing trying about this glorious motichur cheesecake is the 8 hours to 12 hours that you allow it to set. I've let it set overnight. Quite a task it was to allow it to set, and we're just going to have it demolded now. You can take a knife and just run it round, but if you're using a spring mold, it really works to your advantage by loosening out perfectly well. All you need to do is give it a slight shake and it's ready to come out. Gently remove it out and the cheesecake is set perfectly with a beautiful orange hue. This motichur cheesecake actually combines my two dearest loves, one for motichur laddu and the other for any cheesecake variant. The perfect sharp flavor that the motichur brings, laden with dry fruits and saffron, just blend in with the slight tart flavor that the cheesecake has within. Perfect to enjoy a very modern Indian take for a Diwali classic. I hope you enjoyed creating this glorious dessert with me. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button. And as I always say, don't forget to subscribe.